what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw both lines and find the point where they meet, and that constitutes the solution to the pair of equations. So, first equation, y equals 2x, y equals 2x minus 5. What I can do is pick some values of x and see what values of y I get. So if x is 1, y equals 2 times 1 minus 5, which is minus 3. So I can plot the point 1 minus 3. There it is there. If I pick another point, x equals 3, y equals 2 times 3, which is minus 5. 6 take away 5 is 1. 3 along, 1 up. And there's a second point on the line. If I draw a line through those 2 points, that's what the line looks like. What I want to do now is to do exactly the same thing with the second equation, y equals x minus 1. So if I pick some x values, let's take the x value 5. 5 take away 1 is 4. So 5 along and 4 up. Five along, 4 up then is this point here. And the second point on the line, let's choose a value of x. X equals minus 2 and y equals minus 2 minus 1, which is minus 3. So I can plot the point minus 2 minus 3. When I draw a line through the 2 points, it looks like this here. So you can see the 2 lines cross, and the point where they cross is the solution to a pair of equations, and they cross at this point here, the coordinates of which are 4 along and 3 up. So 4, 3 then is the solution to the pair of equations. Second example is a bit more complicated than the first one. Now, let's deal with the first line. A certain technique for dealing with the equations of this sort. I take the line y plus x equals, I think that should be minus 1. What I'm going to do is to say, let x equal 0. If x equals 0, y equals minus 1. So I can plot the point 0 along, 1 down, there it is there. I can then say, let me set y equal to 0 and see what value x has. Well, if y is 0, it means that x must be equal to negative 1. So the point on the diagram then is minus 1 along, 0 up. And if I draw a line through the 2 points, this is what it looks like. If I take the second equation, (3x minus 2y equals 12. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to say let x equal 0. Now, if x equals 0, 3x is also equal to 0, so minus 2y equals 12, and y equals minus 6. So that's a point that I can plot 0 along and 6 down. Here is 0 minus 6 here. If I then say let y equal 0, Well, if y is equal to 0, it means that 3x, since this whole term here, if y is 0, this whole term is equal to 0, that means that 3x must be equal to 0. Sorry, 3x must be equal to 12, and x must be equal to 4, which means I can plot the point x equals 4 and y equals 0. And if I draw green, it looks like this. So this is the line y plus x equals minus 1, that's the first line we drew. And this is the line 3x minus 2y equals 12. And what we wanted to do is to find the point where the two lines crossed, and here it is here. And the coordinates of that point are 2 minus 3. Solution to the pair of equations.